Pharmaceutical, one of the biggest pharmacies in Rwanda. Having opened its door in 1983 in Kinshasa, it has been operating for over 30 years, providing consistent quality services for many years. We are going to talk to the manager to find more about pharmaceutical products that are available within the pharmacies in Rwanda.
My name is Tani Mutembe. I'm a pharmacist by profession. I am the managing partner of Pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical began in Kinshasa in 1983. I'm second generation. We fully moved to Rwanda in 1996, but part of Pharmaceutical moved in Kigali in 1995. Today we have 3 branches of Pharmaceutical. The main one in town, Nyarugenge district. We have Kakiru branch, which is here, and the Nyarutarama branch in Gasabo district. I would categorize the 3 main OTCs sold in Rwanda into antibiotics, anti-inflammatory and painkillers, and anti-infective or antifungal agents. So maybe I'll pick one of each class of the highest. The first one is antibiotics, and we all know amoxicillin or Clamoxyl for some brands, which is one of the highest sold products. You have paracetamol sold in different brands, Feralgan, Defalgan, other brands. And then you have Maconazole, which is also on high demanded product. Challenges are mainly related to the dependence of importation. Basically, we're subjected to whims of suppliers, of manufacturers, waiting period. Sometimes we had the risk of receiving substandard products. That's why we have the Rwanda Food and Drug Authority being extra vigilant. There's a lot of counterfeited products circulating in Africa, in the region, in East Africa. So we are exposed to that as well. We're also exposed to price speculations. When you import, you don't decide on prices. You can negotiate the prices, but it's all about the offer and the demand. So when the demand is high, the prices hike, and we find ourselves buying products that are quite expensive. The COVID pandemic has affected our business like any other business. The lockdown has affected supplies, lockdown all over the world. Our suppliers, the manufacturers, some of them had to adjust their production lines to highly demanded COVID products. So for the first 2 weeks, actually after the first 2 weeks of COVID, we lacked COVID products from vitamin C to hand sanitizers and face masks. So the prices in the market shoot up. We found ourselves missing other products that are non-COVID, but because of the inability of flights, the inability of cargo ships, supplying medicines to Rwanda, we found ourselves, with our stocks diminishing on a drastic way. We saw that whatever was coming in country, prices started going up, mainly because of transport costs, but also the quantities. We had much less quantities than what we had ordered. You had countries hoarding their products, holding them back for their own population, or for their region. So we found ourselves feeling that dependency even more. And we realized that COVID is a very good teacher in self-dependency. We believe that should any lockdown happen in the world again, we'll suffer dearly. Another direct impact was the availability of currencies, of foreign currencies, to pay our suppliers. We had the exchange rates changing. You had the euros and the dollars going up versus our local currency. That made payment even more challenging. Transfers became more expensive from previous orders that were already received. So yes, it has impacted our business dearly, like everybody else. We're happy that there were some measures taken, but we see that the time ahead, the years ahead, are still challenging. We have products that we are not able to get up to date. I mentioned earlier some parapharmaceuticals, cosmetic products. Some of them are not available in the market anymore because some of the manufacturers either closed down or shifted their production line into COVID products or other products. International investors have shown interest in working with Rwanda and partnering with locals. With ourselves, for instance, we have signed a partnership with a foreign investor in pharmaceutical sector. We see that there is that appetite, and the government has put all in place for such investment to happen. It's a good way of investing in Rwanda, partnering with a local who understands the ins and outs of the sector. And as I mentioned earlier, there is a huge potential with doing business in Rwanda and accessing other markets in the region. Rwanda is more like a hub for the East African countries and as well as the West African countries, both Francophones and Anglophones. So Rwanda has already placed itself as a country of good governance. So for us, the business community, it's very easy to deal with other countries. People are very sensitive to the products that are coming to their countries. They expect quality. So we are able to provide quality products from Rwanda, and this is what we've been selling, apart from the product themselves, but we also have been selling the name of Rwanda, being a place where quality is reassured, and as well as good services, speedy deliveries, and accountability. That's very important. So for investors, we have geared ourselves for them. We've been ready for quite a long time. We want to see these deals signed. We want to see these opportunity happening. I think most of the time investors are wondering what kind of opportunities they would find in countries like ours, but now they know, and they've been also on the lookout. And Rwanda has been a hotspot for investment. Many conferences, international conferences that have been held here have spoken for themselves, and they have invited big names. Now it's just about signing those deals, getting these companies producing from here, producing at affordable costs for the population, but also for the continent.
As you have seen, we've shown you different products that are available in Pharmacie Conseil. Products that range from cosmetic medicines, prescription medicines, and OTC medicines. We hope that this has given you a highlight on the types of pharmaceutical products that are available on the Rwandan market.